cannot climb, the mountain that you cannot conquer, the one of one, the beast slayer, the one, the chosen one. Here's the cover. The ruler would be king. The king of the ring, Oba Femi.
He won. He actually won. Oba Femi climbed into a ring in Saudi Arabia in front of thousands of people and beat Jey Uso clean to become the 2026 King of the Ring. He had the crown, he had the throne, and most importantly, he had a guaranteed world title shot at SummerSlam. One phone call away from being world champion. That was Monday night. And then, without warning, everything changed because Brock Lesnar walked out.
This presenting the King of the Ring crown to Oba Femi.
Jey Uso did not understand what he was up against tonight.
Here is exactly what happened. Femi walked out on Raw in Atlantic City, fresh off his Night of Champions win, ready to tell the world who he was choosing to fight at SummerSlam. The crowd was going crazy. He had two options: Roman Reigns, the World Heavyweight Champion, or Sami Zayn, the new WWE Champion. Either way, he was fighting for a title, but he never got to say the name. Not even close, because Brock Lesnar's music hit. Lesnar came to the ring, congratulated Femi on his win, mentioned he used to be King of the Ring himself, offered to help him make the right decision. And then, without any warning, Lesnar kicked Femi directly below the belt, then dropped him with an F5, and walked away like nothing happened.
Get hit.
Oh, Lesnar went low! And now Brock with Oba! And F5!
Now here is the part that got the whole arena on their feet. Femi got back up. He picked up a microphone. And he said exactly what you would say if someone hit you when you weren't looking. He called Lesnar his exact words on live television. He said Brock always does the same thing, shows up, hits an F5, and disappears. And then he said, "Come to SummerSlam and let's finish this." Lesnar was already walking up the ramp. He stopped. He turned around. And he said yes, but only if it happens inside Hell in a Cell.
You show up, you F5, and you leave. Exactly what you always do. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, Minneapolis, Hell in a Cell.
This is where it gets complicated. And this is the part that nobody on YouTube is explaining to you properly. When you win King of the Ring, you get a guaranteed world title shot. That is the whole point of the tournament. Femi won it, Femi earned it, and now he is not using it at SummerSlam. He went to Raw's general manager Adam Pearce backstage and said this directly: the title is always going to be there. The championships are not going anywhere. I'll take that when I want it. Which sounds confident, which sounds like a man in control. But think about what it actually means. Femi had two world champions to choose from. Roman Reigns is the World Heavyweight Champion. Sami Zayn, yes, that Sami Zayn just became the new WWE Champion. Femi could have pointed at either man and said, "That's mine at SummerSlam." Instead, he pointed at Brock Lesnar, a man who is not a champion, a man who does not have a title, a man whose only holdover Femi is that he hit 7 F5s and one of them worked. Femi is choosing pride over strategy, and that is either the most fearless thing you have ever seen from a young star, or it is the most dangerous mistake of his career, because he is trading a guaranteed shot at the world title, which he has right now, for a match inside a steel cage against a man who has never lost inside Hell in a Cell, not once, in Brock Lesnar's entire career. He has never been beaten in a Hell in a Cell match, and Femi just challenged him to one.
Lesnar with the lefts and rights. Wow, look at this. Pummeling, just pummeling.
Now here is the part that changes everything. And this is the information WWE is not putting in a press release. According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, the most trusted source in professional wrestling, this plan was set up a long time ago. This was not a last-minute decision. This was not a pivot. Femi was never going to fight Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Not once did WWE actually plan that, because WWE has already decided where that match is happening. They want Femi versus Reigns to be the main event of WrestleMania 43 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia next year. That is the plan. That is the destination. And SummerSlam, no matter how big it looks on paper, is not the right stage for that match. Meltzer literally called SummerSlam a B pay-per-view this week and said that WWE's biggest first-time matches are being saved specifically for WrestleMania. Think about what that means for you as a fan. It means the match you have been waiting for since April, Femi versus Reigns, the unstoppable force versus the tribal chief, the new generation versus the established king, is not happening this summer. It might not happen until April of next year. In Saudi Arabia, at the first WrestleMania ever held outside of North America, WWE is being extremely patient with Femi. They are treating him like a long-term investment. They want him to earn every step before they put the title on him. And if you understand how Triple H thinks about booking, this actually makes sense. The biggest first-time matches get saved for the biggest stages. Roman Reigns versus Oba Femi at WrestleMania 43 would be historic. Roman Reigns versus Oba Femi at SummerSlam 2026 would just be another pay-per-view. WWE knows the difference. So they are making Femi wait. And making you wait. And the wait might be the most important part of the whole story.
WrestleMania will be held outside of the United States and Canada. WrestleMania 43 will take place in Saudi Arabia.
So what does this actually mean for Oba Femi right now? It means he is walking into the most dangerous structure in professional wrestling against the one man who has never lost inside it without a world title on the line. Think about that. He gave up his safety net. If Lesnar beats him inside Hell in a Cell, Femi loses the match and still has to wait for a title shot. And remember what happened at Clash in Italy. 7 F5s. Femi kicked out of 6. The 7th one finally finished him. That was a regular match. No walls, no cage, no steel structure designed to stop you from escaping. The only thing Lesnar had at Clash in Italy was his hands and Femi's body. It still took 7 of his best moves. Now imagine that, inside a 15-foot steel cage where you cannot run, where the referee cannot stop it, where the only way out is through Brock Lesnar. This is not a wrestling match. This is a war. And Femi chose it. He did not have to. He could have pointed at Roman Reigns, cashed in his title shot, and walked into SummerSlam as a potential world champion. Instead, he is walking in as a man with something to prove. That is either genius or madness. And honestly, it might be both. But here is what gives Femi fans hope. He has already done something nobody else has ever done in this rivalry. He beat Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. Clean, no help, no luck. He pinned the Beast in the middle of the ring. That means Femi knows something about how to beat Brock Lesnar that most people in that locker room will never figure out. The question is, does it still work when there are walls around the ring and nowhere to escape?
Brock Lesnar bull rushed him. It delivers an F5. An F again with Femi up on his shoulders. And Lesnar delivers a Femi tonight with a trio. With a 4th F5. Another F5. Scooping Femi up to deliver a 7th. Recovers. Femi kicked out again. And now Brock.
Here is how SummerSlam is shaping up right now. You have Roman Reigns defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins. That is the main event on the men's side. You have Io Sky getting her shot at Liv Morgan's Women's World Championship. That is the main event on the women's side. And you have Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi inside Hell in a Cell with nothing but revenge on the line. No title, no trophy. Just 3 matches, 3 men, and 30 years of Hell in a Cell history about to get rewritten. Femi has the title shot in his pocket for later. WWE is being patient. The question is, can Femi survive long enough to cash it in? Oba Femi earned his crown. He earned his title shot. And now he has set it aside to walk into a cage with the most dangerous man in WWE history, a man who has never been stopped inside that structure. If Femi comes out of SummerSlam still standing, he walks into WrestleMania 43 as the most dangerous, most unbreakable force in professional wrestling. If he doesn't, the biggest title moment of his career might never come. The stakes could not be higher. And it all starts August 1st in Minneapolis. If you're not watching, you're going to miss the biggest moment of 2026. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Alpha War Room covers the stories nobody else is telling. See you in the next one.